we read the backstory, showed you how to install the software, showed you how to check that the tests run, showed you what the life cycle was, and I connected that life cycle to the code for you. So the last thing that you might need to know are what are some of the things about the simulator world that you can work with? Well, that's also in this document that I gave you. So if you go back up to the top here, you can see that there are some things that you can change the simulation to help it make it easier to develop with. Now, these aren't things that are going to change your behavior, but they're going to change the way you watch it. So you can set whether or not you get the same random numbers each time. That helps for debugging. You can set whether or not you want to work with high resolution models. If you set that equal to false, it starts up a little bit faster. How many drone models you want visualized. So this is just a visualization component. How fast you want the simulator speed to run. It can go from 0 to 100, where 100 is the fastest. Whether you or not you want the simulator to quarantine drones. When you're debugging, you might want to turn that off, because if you pause the simulation in a debugger and it takes more than 10 seconds, that's going to be real world time, and your drones are going to be quarantined because you were in the debugger, not because your code was taking a long time. All right, you can ask the simulator several things. You can ask to get a set of all the places by calling get places. You can ask to get a set of all the drones by calling get drones. You can ask to get a set of all the people by getting called people, get people. And this is an example of like how you would do that for one of those methods. For a given place, you can look up the place interface, but some things that you can get that are interesting is you can get the name of the place, and you can also get a list of all the people that are waiting to get on a drone. For each person, you can check to see where each person wants to go, and you can also check the state of each person. Just like the drones have state, the people have state as well. For a given drone, you might want to know the drone state. For example, is it embarking in transit? You might want to know what its charge is. You might want to know how many people it can hold. You might want to know how many passengers it can handle. Sorry, capacity is how many passengers it can hold, and capacity is how many it can hold, and passenger or how many are actually on it. The drone states, this is going through what I described as well. You can look at it again. The person states, people can be waiting to get on, they can be embarking, they can be in a drone, they can be disembarking, they can have arrived, they can be dying, they can be dead, and they can be quarantined. You don't get points for dead passengers. All right, so the last thing is what are the parameters for our first assignment? And for that, we would go to Canvas. Let's bring that down here. For Canvas, we're looking at the Drone Automatic Traffic Controller, Air Traffic Controller Challenge 1. In this one, there's going to be one company, so you're going to be running in Drone World by yourself. That drone is going to be able to hold one person, and it's going to have unlimited range. It won't blow up. And there's going to be 10 locations in the world, and there are going to be 10 passengers in the world. And so that's the environment in which you're going to find yourself. All right. For the rest of this, you're going to just have to get your hands dirty in the code and figure it out. The only programming assignments we have going forward from this are going to be the drone challenge ones. And but we're still going to have the techniques for the assignments that we're covering from the book. All right. Thank you for your attention.